Oh, hello. So, so yeah, a single red inserter is not enough. It is insufficient. Insufficient. Also, oh my gosh, 7.2. Barely. No, not quite 7.2. It's 6.6 because of that 50% on the stone, but it's like, oh my goodness, barely enough for that one lane. Yeah, now we've eliminated that bottleneck. Oh, but actually, we still have a bottleneck because apparently a blue cannot do 4.8. Apparently one blue cannot do 4.8. That would be on both sides. And something tells me that a red probably can't do 2.4 either, so... All the inserters. All the inserters. The belts are fine. The belts are fine. The lanes are fine. It is operating. There's a ever so slight delay as stuff gets shifted, but it's it's still able to output everything. It's still able to output everything. And yeah, this is the like why use loaders? This is why. This is why we would use loaders right here in case of throughput limitations. But this is fine. This works perfectly. Like and remember, this makes 6. I am using 5.63. So it will back up. It will be backed up. Just inherently it will be backed up. So this should stop working occasionally because I'm not consuming 100% of it. However, the next point to make. So that's getting this operating properly. This is still only 1.13 per second of the cobalt extract, right? I've still only got 1.13 of the cobalt extract. How much do I even need for this processing? Apparently, I have enough for 4 thingies over here. I'm lacking apparently only in ferrochrome. I'm apparently probably a little bit lacking on ferrochrome, but I am getting a lot more stainless steel now. I am getting a lot more stainless steel now. So that was the point. 'Twas the point. Was more stainless steel. So that's what I got out of that. On to the next bottleneck. What is the next bottleneck that we will kill? Attempt to kill? I don't know. I don't know what my next bottleneck to kill is. We've got lots of options. We have options. And eventually this energy drink is gonna tick properly. Oh yeah, so I have this stuff called bedding as well. That just among the stuff that I've built that I am not actually using right now. Just casually, I've got this stuff called bedding, just sitting here doing absolutely nothing. A whole 0.29 per second of bedding. A whole 0.29. Doing nothing with it at all. I know what I can do. I can go back to my mall to see how many Mark 2 Aug paddocks have been made, so I can do that upgrade. That is an upgrade I would like to do. Also, yeah, I thought so. None have been made of the Ulrichs at Mark II. Get rid of all that. Make sure I'm nice and clean inventory. Aha! 50. Mark II Aug paddocks. Are you prepared for the Mark II Aug paddocks? Which, yeah, I need more Augs for those Aug paddocks. Problem is I'm sort of using them all. What's even the thingy? Here. Right here. Could I please check the flue gas recipe for Relesia and Kikalk? For Relesia and Kikalk, what is the flue gas recipe? Which one of these is a flue gas? I have a 50 flue gas into 25 with manure and biomass on Relesia. And then it goes up to fertilizer instead of manure at botany stage 4 using flue gas, and then syngas as well as an option. But yeah, it's flue gas. Flue gas. That's Relesia. And then Kikalk. Kikalk Mark 1. I mean, Kikalk always used ash. Why would you have flue gas? But yeah, there's a flue gas at stage 4. Flue gas fertilizer at stage 4. Otherwise, no flue gas. But yeah, this has been fixed. That was in the notes, the patch notes, saying that it was fixed. So yes, it is. It is fixed. Can confirm. 'Tis fixed. I just picked up like treated wood or something. Yeah. I need to uncage. Let's uncage some Augs. Where's the recipe? This is a mess. This is such a mess. Yeah, you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. So, we go from 2 modules to 3 modules. That is what we go to with the Mark II Aug buildings. Yes, growth hormone apparently was also worked on. It is not relevant to me right now, but it will be at some point in the future. Yeah, I'm just doing this. I don't even know if I have enough food to do this. Food production to do this, but we'll manage. We're a whole 50% faster, can you believe it? We're cycling 50% more often now. Let's ignore the fact that most upgrades to Mark II are a ×2 speed bonus, but anyway, we're now at a 1.5x, and we will get the ability to do the Mark II Auogs. We will get Mark II Auogs at some point. The ability to make the Mark II Auogs. Which would, again, be another bonus to the speed. So always note when you're upgrading the Pi Alien life buildings, it's not just the module slot count that is improving your output, it's also the ability to upgrade your modules that will improve the speed output. So, yay! We now have half 0.49 times 80%. So 80% of 0.49 as our output of caged Auogs. Yay! And that's 50% more than we had previously. Huzzah. Stuff things. That is inherently going to be more brains, more guts, more meat, more lard. It's more of all of the things. More of all of the things. Now, I will note that this is actually a really, really good time to transition, isn't it? Yeah, this is a great time. This is a fantastic time. Literally everything, every single one of the solder houses is non-functional at the moment, as in I am very much restricted by the amount I am producing of these. And by the way, just the way I have this set up, all of it's going to the right currently where I picked up those 50 caged Auogs. But yeah, this will be a great time to transition to full rendering. It is the time to transition to the full rendering. This will be interesting. Interesting. Yes, that is the way to put it. Because now I will have to deal with bones as well. That's like the one thing that I haven't done yet. The outputs are already caged. I'm not, there is no step involved with the actual caging. They come out caged. These are made caged. Pre-built caged. I would have to go the extra step of uncaging them, and uncaged animals have smaller stack sizes. Uncaged animals only stack to 25. Caged animals stack to 500. And I need cages anyway. Cages are not a neutral system, unfortunately. Cages are never going to be a neutral product. They're not like barrels. You don't end up with the same amount as you put in, because that 80% chance still consumes. This 80% chance of the caged Aug still consumes the cage, even if it fails. So this is net negative on cages. And eventually, when you end up with more than one caged animal, or you're throwing in more than one caged animal to get one caged animal out, that really screws with the ratios of stuff. And I have 0 dropped frames, Immortal, so that is on your end, not mine. If I am apparently lagging a lot, that's not on my end. 0 total dropped frames. 0. But yeah, so full rendering is definitely a thing. I need to decide how I'm going to do this exactly. So, probably through a lot of filter inserters, generally speaking. Guts, brains, meat. Come on. Reach. Reach! Lard. Skin. Right, I have to deal with the skin out of this. And the bone. Alright. Blah. Stuff. Things. Power. Full rendering. Gotta love full rendering, right? There's our full rendering. Beautiful and glorious. I'm just going to reset all of this and make it not move. And I'll redo all of the stuff, things. Stuff and things, yes. Get rid of excess requesters. Why filter to active provider so that it doesn't back up? So that doesn't back up on any one thing. That's just my personal preference. It's so that it does not back up on any one thing. I'll have other requesters that will end up like voiding stuff, bones, and things. Oh. Oh, that's unfortunate. And of course the blood. The blood! The blood! Gotta deal with the blood. Well, I mean, I'm not gonna, like, straight up void some of this. No, I am not going to mix stuff in a single provider chest. That's not going to happen ever when I'm dealing with bots. Just straight up, that is not going to happen. I'm not going to put multiple products into a single chest. That is not going to happen ever. Never ever. Just get it out of your minds. Not going to happen. You stretch. Same here. You don't even need to exist. You don't even need to exist. That is my personal preference. I don't want any chance whatsoever of a chest filling with one product and having this not move. Zero. I want zero chance ever of any one chest causing any one mixed chest getting filled with one thing and causing this to back up. Not gonna happen. Because it can completely, totally happen if any one thing is insufficient at either voiding or using anything. It can happen. Now, I need to get requests going on skin and bones in particular, because everything else has use right now. Everything else has a use, but skin and bones. And then once I see that, of course, I am not using a lot of this stuff at the same rate. I'm using, like, guts at a different rate than I'm using brains, at a different rate than I'm using meat, than I'm using lard, as an example. I don't have a cold, I have allergies, and it's really bad at this season. I have allergies. My nose is stuffed. My nose is not happy. Anyway, this is 4 of these. 4 of these. I was making 0.49 times 0.8, so 392? 12. 12 to process all that. I have a few more than 12. Good. Good, good, good. Now, I will request stuff for voiding. Or, I should have a, some sort of a buffer, actually, that only voids when full. Or if I have more than a certain amount of stuff. So this is the point where I need level 2 warehousing. Like, I need my warehouses. I need my logistic warehouses. Like, right now. So I'm going to go find stuff, places where I can make these warehouses. I guess it'll have to be here. Well, I need that, but I will also use passive providers and storage. So these are the important ones. Just add circuit 2s. Oh boy. Just add circuit 2s. How long is that going to take? I have no idea. But what I do know is that as soon as I get them, I want them. So bring me that and that in particular. And we'll go ahead and say storage as well. Get rid of all of those. Am I already voiding excess amounts of blood? No, but I don't need to because I'm consuming all of my blood. There we go. So this just empties the tanks. Makes sure that the tanks don't have little bits hanging out all the time. Yeah, so this is telling it to... Oh, apparently something is using bones. Or no, they're sending this to the regular storage. They're sending it here. That's what they're doing. I'm fine with that for now. So, bones. Stuff, things. Clothes. Clothes. Big hiccup there. Bone. What shall I do with bone? I can ashify. We can ashify bone. Shall we ashify the bone? Or shall we lard the bone? I think we lard the bone. I think we lard the bone. For reference, otaku is closer to nerd. Nerd. That is the closest synonym. Just as a point of reference. Yes, lard. Lard, I think, is what we'll do with this FSB reactor. Converting bones into lard with steam. So, FSB reactor. Let's do this. Grab FSB reactor. And then I have to figure out what to do with the skin. May as well do something with it rather than just straight up void as I wait for the chests. As we wait on chests. Preferably somewhere near Steam, actually. Ah, yes. Preferably somewhere near Steam. You know, because... Yeah, Steam. Steam. Steam is thing. Steam is thing. It exists. I'll rearrange that a little bit. Alright, where is the thing? That's the thing. Get that there. Get that powered. Excuse me. Power? Power. There we go. Hey, they're bringing things. Huzzah. Point 2. Into point 2. Interesting. It would help if... rotation. Rotation, no! No! Right, that works. Also, I have finally figured out the fluid sharing thing that I had been talking about a long time ago. I need to show this. Where am I doing this? Where is it? Where is it? Somewhere. It's somewhere. Where? Here. So. The DDC shares fluids through these ports. How do I know this? Aromatics. You see this particular DDC isn't doing anything with the aromatics. yet it's losing the aromatics. So what's happening is that the aromatics that's being produced from this machine is flowing into this machine and up into the pipe that then goes out and eventually at some point gets used and voided. So this port shares on the DDC. I didn't just now discover this, but my point is that there is inconsistency among the buildings on whether or not stuff will share in this way. Like, I've known for a long time that the steam ports on the clay pits share steam. I've known that for a long time. And there was another case that I had found at one point that I forgot the details of, where that was the case. I guess it was with DDCs. So with DDCs, they share, but not every building will share in this way. Not every building will allow flow through like that. Anyway, just one of those interesting things to make note of. Alright, this thing. Yeah, I'm gonna have to move this tailings pond one tile. It lives! It lives! It's doing its thing. Let's add another one. Just in case. Where am I gonna put another one? I don't even know. Here, I guess. Sure, will be total, Hey, let's find out if this shares. Do you share? Do you output as well? No, you don't do that. This is not a good spot, actually. Now that I'm looking at this. This is not that great of a spot. Yeah. Yeah, about that. Well, here's the thing, though. There is a specific... It can be coded to share. It's not actually coded to share that way. This is just an inconsistency. It's just like an inconsistency in the vanilla mechanic on the rules of how stuff passes through. So, like, in this case, theoretically, the purier, the purest of nitrogen, the high purity, quote unquote, can share through these. It can pass through on the high purity nitrogen. And it could pass through on the oxygen if you had it set up that way. Really weird. Really, really weird. If there was more than one port on the oxygen. But there's more than one port on the purest nitrogen, so that can actually pass straight through. I don't think that the pressured air would pass straight through. But anyway, just interesting things to note.